What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Jumpmaster X podcast. And today we have quite a special episode. We're going to be riding one of our athletes' training and showing you the insides of doing that and pretty much specifying why we're doing everything we're doing. And this guy's quite a unique case. Brad Payne. He's a dad. He is someone that has actually progressed a lot. And he's dunking. He can hit one-handers, and I think he can hit two-handers now as well, right, Tom?
On 10, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Off backboard as well.
On 10, he started out not being able to do that, so slowly over the years, we've been training him since 2022, and he's not necessarily the most gifted athlete by any means. He reminds me a little bit of myself when I first started. He's naturally quite slow. He's actually very, very strong and can get strong fast, but definitely his main weakness is speed and producing force fast. And pretty much we're going to be running you through today how we're going to develop that quality and get him jumping even higher than he is now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we mentioned him as well on the last podcast when we we're talking about penultimates, right?
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't internally rotate the best.
No, and then we kind of got into the topic of like, he gets off the floor slow if you overthink his technique, which is already an issue for him. Yeah, very good case here to, I guess, analyze and write the training for to see and show you guys, everyone's obviously in a unique situation. Not to mention that he's also like, I'm not sure if he's married, but he's obviously got like a long-term partner. So, he's a very busy man. He's got kids, he's got a partner, full-time job, but he's a dog, so he gets his work done.
He works hard. He works hard for sure, and we love that. They're the type of guys we want to train, and they're the type of guys that get the best results because they're not afraid to put in the work. They're not afraid to see their vertical go down because they're training so hard, and they always end up jumping the highest because, they're not afraid to push themselves. So let's jump into it. He's starting a new cycle here, so we're going to be showing you guys the first week of training. Tom's going to be leading it and showing us exactly what we're going to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start with Monday.
I was just going to
Sunday.
say rest. Hang on. Rest.
So why are we resting on Sunday?
It just seems to be a typical rest day for our athletes. We give most of our athletes a nice little rest on the Sunday after their dunk session on Saturday for most of them. And, it's a good thing to have, especially after that big Saturday jump session. Give your body time to recover and start the next week nice and fresh, or as fresh as you can be, of course.
Yeah, because we're going to put his hardest session on Monday, right? So that's why we're resting Sunday, because we want him to be fresh for this Monday session so we can push hard. We don't want any unnecessary fatigue there.
All right, here we go. So first of all, we want to give him just a general warm-up. All right, so I believe it's called just My Dynamic Warm-Up in the app. And we'll go about 5 minutes, and you can run. You can, what's another way of warming up? Oh, I'll say jog, actually. Jog.
Row.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. I'm trying to think of some, like, out-of-the-box stuff. Yeah, no, etc.
Or chase your kids around.
Yeah, literally, bro. To get warm. So that's just, like, a general thing. Just to, like, get some blood flow going around the body. Nothing fancy here, but it's going to allow you to actually, the stuff you do later down here, it's going to allow you to do those even better with a higher quality. So the next thing for Brad, 100% will be these split leg isometrics. Now
he deals with patella, right?
Yeah,
a bit of patella.
He's had Achilles as well.
Yeah.
So this is like a double whammy. You get a bit of knee, like isometrics for your knees. You also get isometrics for your Achilles. Now, if I click on this video, it should.
Gang bang.
This is what we're talking about, guys.
A gang bang isometric.
There. Austin, yeah. Oh, click off that. I thought I was going to show it straight away. I just wanted to show people what it was, but
if you know, you know.
If you know, you know. All right. What are you thinking after the split leg iso?
Well, this guy's definitely he definitely has to sprint. Like he is like not a fast guy. So we need to give him the heavy hitters, and that's sprinting.
I'm not. Yeah, bro. I don't know if I've ever not given Brad at least one sprint session in his whole training.
For someone like him, it should just almost never leave the training. Yep. With the exception of injury. Like if he's healthy, and he can sprint, he should always sprint to some capacity. Otherwise, what's going to happen is he's just going to get slow if he's not really. And then, it's not going to be good for his jumping and his approach.
Yeah. So what I'm actually thinking about for Brad here is I'm thinking maybe like a 10-meter jog in. hit top speed, and then like 10 meters to slow down, right? So,
So his last
I was right.
cycle, what meterage in terms of the sprinting was he doing?
I think it was like 30 or something,
Okay.
30 or 40.
So we
Like
just
he
want to
hasn't been
get,
doing long sprints. He hasn't been doing long sprints because it
yeah,
just destroys. But it's really honestly the time to do that.
yeah. So let's do it. If he's
I'm
been putting,
thinking,
if he's been putting all the work in the months beforehand, then yeah, let's definitely do it.
yeah. Now I remember he did tell me at like at one point that there's a little bit of inconsistencies in his training, and that was just because of life stuff. It wasn't like due to injury or anything like that. So it's not like he hasn't been doing sessions, but definitely want to build these up slowly. You don't want to chuck him in and do like 10 sets of 60 meters. I'm thinking like 2 sets of 60 meters, if that.
Yeah, we need to give
Honestly,
guys more context. This guy's been training for like months and months and months, and so it's not like what we're doing now.
yeah.
We would give someone for their first cycle.
Work up to
This guy's earned the ability to do this
60 meter
and not
sprints
get messed up from it.
via, and I'll just say like EG 25%
Yeah.
to 50% to 75%. Dot dot dot. All right.
At the top, you know where it says strength and power? You can label that as speed too. Like no. Go to the left. The left.
That?
Yeah, click that. And yeah, just speed and agility.
Yeah.
It's just a nice little touch so they can
It
see.
makes it look a little bit nicer. We can go
Yeah, prep.
prep.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then prep.
Hey, for people who are like ADHD, this might help you guys.
Yeah.
Break it down in your little ADHD heads. Okay, awesome. Yeah. So the goated circuit, bro. If it wants to load, here we go. You know this one, Austin. I know you're familiar with this one,
Yeah, so why are we doing this?
bro. He just needs to get more elastic. It's obviously his weak point. And even his last cycle was a very elastic cycle. And it's a very good cycle for even dudes who aren't super, they're not like the super insane athletes. But it's good just to like peak your vertical because a lot of these elastic cycles, if you've just come out of strength, not only is it good because you're focusing on elasticity, but a lot of the time it actually deloads the strength and lets the strength shine through. So it kind of acts in two ways to help you peak your verticals. I think that's really good. I'm thinking, first of all, do you want to do anything before like a strength movement? Are you thinking anything else after this?
No,
Or?
that's enough. That's plenty.
Okay. Just making sure. Are you thinking back squat?
Yeah. Or if he's
Okay.
back sweating before and he can tolerate it, that he has no issues with it, yeah, 100%.
Yep. So first of all, for Brad, I know he does struggle getting depth on squat. So first and foremost, heels elevated. Let's get that out of the way.
Because yeah, everyone needs to get stronger. Like everyone needs to either maintain strength or get stronger. So you always should have strength work in there.
He is quite strong, but he also weighs. It's between like 90 and 100. So that's 90 to 100 kilos. So I believe his max squat is about 160 if he had to 1 rep max. So he definitely could get stronger, and he's got a lot of gains to make getting stronger. But obviously, like just getting stronger is not going to do it for him because he won't be able to actually use it. So got to do both. Left up to a heavy 6 rep squat, leaving. You thinking 2 to 3 in reserve? 1 to 2?
Yeah.
2 to 3? Oh, because it's week 1. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So we're doing 6 reps as well, right? Because you want him to get. He still needs to get stronger, but like my thoughts are he's doing 6 reps because he definitely needs to still build a little bit of muscle as well. What is that? Is that why you put 6 reps?
Yeah, those two reasons, and also in terms of flaring knees up, what I've found and what I've seen is those like lower rep squats, like heavy doubles, heavy triples. They're good. They build your strength, but they're more likely to flare up your knees. So week 1 we don't need any heroes. Let's do 6 reps. Let's not blow our knees up straight away, and really just build it in a safe way. All right, what do you reckon? What's next?
Posterior chain work for sure.
Okay. Oh yeah, another thing we haven't mentioned is Brad works out from home 99% of the time. Things he can't do are a lot of the machine work. So he can't be going like, oh yeah, here's some leg press or that kind of stuff. So got to make sure it's within the realm of a home gym environment.
Did he do Romanian deadlifts last cycle on the Monday?
No.
Well, let's do it.
Just regular?
His back's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go. We have it in the system. Barbell Romanian deadlift.
Oh yeah.
Like literally the word. Literally the word. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, there's our little logo. Cool. 10. Okay. I'm thinking 6 to 8, but you might have other
Yeah, I put
thoughts.
8. I reckon. Yeah, put 8.
Bit of cardio. Nice. Awesome. Burn some
He needs
calories.
to. He needs. That's the other thing, guys. He needs to get leaner. So him building a little bit more muscle mass is going to
Honestly,
help him
yeah.
have such an easier time staying leaner. Because you're better off
Yeah.
being 100 kilos with muscle mass that's like functional than not having less muscle and being the same weight, and obviously
Yeah.
having
Yeah.
the extra fat to make up that weight.
Yeah.
So plus
Perfect.
it keeps it a little bit more general too, because this sprints, like especially as we build them up over the
Yeah.
weeks, they're going to destroy his nervous system. So if we're destroying his nervous system even more with like low rep strength, like he won't be able to tolerate that.
Yeah.
Okay, calves. We need to tick the box. Calves. Is his Achilles like? Is it
Mm,
sensitive right now?
no, he's alright.
Yeah. Okay. Like yeah, we definitely just want general calf work at the same time.
Yeah, so it's the Monday. I'm thinking just in the system, it's just called barbell calf raise there. Yeah, standing barbell calf raise.
Yeah, he
But in the
doesn't. That's right.
notes,
He doesn't have a Smith machine, which sucks.
yeah, I mean there are like obviously alterations we can make, but if it's a Monday and this is like the heavy day, you've already done all of this other work above, you may as well just go heavy here and get out of the way, then spread the fatigue later in the week. Make sure to elevate front of foot for full stretch.
Is his Achilles tendinopathy? Is it like in the middle, or is it like more insertional?
I think it's more at the insertion point.
Okay, so like the
Yeah.
stretch will aggravate that most, and he can tolerate the stretch right now, right?
No, yeah, so yeah, the Achilles stuff was like not nearly as severe as the knee stuff.
Okay.
So like, yeah, only if really in those times where it's like there's a lot of plyos, a lot of sprints, a
Yeah.
lot of 1 foot jumps, like that one barely flared up. Like I'd say his
I
knee
would
pain's
I would
worse.
also
Yeah.
specify, because he's going to be sprinting a lot this cycle. If his Achilles
Mhm.
doesn't feel good, to do this slowly, like 3 seconds down, 3 seconds up.
Yeah.
Like just give him I would just give him the option. So if he's feeling good, yeah, just go heavy and hard. If he's not, just go slow and just let him decide on the day depending on how his Achilles feels.
Yeah. Okay, so we go slow. Cool. Turns a repage, just like it's double legs. Honestly, we could go 8 to 10 here.
Yeah, yeah,
If
yeah,
we want to get more specific later on in the cycle, we can chuck it down to 5 reps. But again, you're more
yeah.
likely to flare stuff up doing that. So again, week 1, we don't need heroes. Cool. Day 1, Monday, done.
Yeah.
Big team. All right. Bloody Tuesday, mate. Here we go.
Tuesday, yeah, okay.
I'm thinking.
Is that also is he
Yeah.
dunking twice a week right now, or is he only getting out like one?
I think he's only getting out once, to be honest.
Okay.
Just with like.
Okay. And that's gonna be on what, the Saturday?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So then he's fine to do upper on Tuesday then. And then he's gonna rest Wednesday likely, right?
Yeah. So yeah, upper Tuesday, Wednesday rest,
Yeah.
Thursday lower, Friday rest, Saturday dunk, and maybe upper after dunk. Treat yourself, Brad. Have some upper body, some dessert.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Cheeky pump for dessert.
Yeah, that's it. Hang on. I'm just gonna copy and paste this text here.
And maybe like put at the top, send us like in the coach instructions. Like be sure to send us pics of the pump.
Does that work?
That's yeah, we're talking about the
Okay.
arm pump, guys.
Yeah, obviously, bro.
Get the mind out of your gutter.
I was just thinking, alright. Brad wants to lean up, and obviously it's gonna help him jump higher. What are your thoughts on at the end of the upper body day? Get on the assault bike for a little bit.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure. Like the thing is, like with some guys, like with someone like this, yeah, he needs to build more. Like he needs to develop his fast twitch fibers more. But at the same time, like just for him, just getting lighter,
Mm-hmm.
that'll transform his vertical alone. So even any slow
Literally.
twitch fibers he develops through doing conditioning like this, it's not really going to matter because the weight loss is going to far outweigh that in terms of
For sure.
benefits.
100%, bro. This is just a shoulder thing.
That's not for everyone, but for his specific situation, yeah.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, it's like if you and I were to do that, it probably wouldn't move the needle all that much.
No.
Yeah, you obviously can start playing with fiber types the more, the further in your dunk training you get. And, if that's like the thing that's kind of holding you back, but if the thing holding you back is just excess weight, then yeah, that's going to move the needle way more. Yeah, we do have a Jump Master X band pull apart. Any other shoulder stuff or upper body
No,
warm up stuff you'd want to add, or?
no, that's fine. If he has no
Okay.
issues, there's no reason to
Nah.
overkill it.
Yep. Okay. Exercise 1. What do we think?
I know what you're thinking, dude. Do we need to ask that?
Where is it? Actually, no. I'm gonna give him last one. Just 3x5. I know. Brad doesn't really care about upper as much as some of our athletes do. He
So we
cares
don't need
about
to.
it.
We don't
But
need
he's
to
not
give
like,
him a.
yeah.
We don't need to give him a huge amount then.
No, it doesn't have to be a 3-hour session. All right. All right. Yeah. Oh, another thing I will say though, I'd probably say 99% of our athletes programs, we do not do the whole, push pull legs, or like shoulder day / arm day or whatever. Just because we simply run out of days in the week, so we can't have like a dedicated day to arms and shoulders or whatever. So when we do our upper body, we just generally do it all in one day, get it out of the way, because obviously it's not our main
Or
focus.
full bodies sometimes.
Or full bodies, yeah, literally, bro. All right, what's next?
Yeah, pull
You know what?
exercise.
Yeah, I was saying, do you know what'd be cool? I want to see him start crank. Do we have jump X, Master X pull up, or is it just the
Yeah.
trainer row? Shame. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Jordan's got a full like tutorial for
Library.
it. That's really good. Oh.
Easy. I want to see him start cranking out pull-ups. So that's cool.
Can you do 5 reps? Like,
That's why I gave him 5, because I know 5 is going to be a struggle for him. So like he might be able to crank out set 1, maybe half of set 2, but probably maybe not 3 sets of 5. Meaning that he might have to do like set 3 assisted, but that's good. And then you can work throughout the cycle. Next week, maybe try and get both sets done at 5 reps unassisted, and then the last one you do it, and then end of the cycle, all 3 sets unassisted. For
that's
example,
alright.
of course.
We'll just talk it. We'll just talk him through it in the group chat.
Yeah. Nothing too complicated here. What do we got next? This is you. What are you gonna go?
Shoulder press, dude. Just give him a shoulder press.
Dumbbell.
Yeah, he's got heavy enough dumbbells, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I would just for hypertrophy, man. Yeah, dumbbell overhead press, and then he's got pull ups. Then just a row. Like he's see that's the annoying thing. So his back is definitely going to be cooked from Monday's session a bit. So like a bent over row, like. So here's a bench, a single arm.
Right? Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
that doesn't cook your back as much.
What's it called in the Jump Master system, though?
Yeah, single arm, just a single arm dumbbell. We have it. So single arm dumbbell row, DB. Yeah.
Cool. 8 aside.
Yeah, 10. And I just go 10, dude. Honestly.
Cool.
And you superset them, like definitely superset those.
Cool.
Saves time. And then
we'll just superset the whole day, bro.
Does he want big arms or he doesn't care?
I don't think he'd say no.
Does he want big
He's already
pythons?
got pretty big arms.
Yeah.
Pardon?
Does he want big pythons?
Pythons, yeah. Why? What are you thinking? Like curls or some shit?
I would just give him an arm superset, dude.
Okay.
Honestly, to finish off, what are your thoughts?
Sure, yeah.
Just for fun.
Oh, hang on.
Because it's fun.
He doesn't have an easy curl bar.
Yeah, sometimes that's a good point. Sometimes, guys, you don't need the most like justified reasoning for something other than you just want to do it because it's fun. And if someone's going to buy into the training more because it's fun and they're going to train harder, then that is reason enough. Sometimes that doesn't mean program stupid stuff that makes no sense. But an arm superset's not exactly going to hurt his training at all.
Wait, did you want like some kind of tricep exercise? I assumed after the bicep
I
curl.
like bro. I like dumbbell skull crushers. I think they're awesome. Because
fuck, what's it called?
Dumbbell skull crushers.
DB.
Yeah. And then just 12, 15 reps.
Superset. And then I reckon that's it for the day. Other than the assault bike.
Fine. Yeah, that's fine. Assault bike.
Assault runner. 2 minutes on, 2 minutes off.
Sure.
2 minutes hard, 2 minutes.
But he has an assault bike.
Pretty sure he does.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. Like, you know the ones with like the fan in the.
Yeah. That's awesome. Good on him.
Yeah. I could be tripping though. I could be lying, but yeah, Brad, if you're listening, hang on. Actually, I'll write a note. If no assault bike, just like a regular bike, just go out on the road and fucking go.
Yeah.
And then
just a 15 20-minute ride.
Yeah, it's the same principle. Like you just ride hard for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Go easy for 2. It's gonna burn so many calories. All right, Wednesday is a rest day. That's easy. Actually, hold on. Let me go back out to the calendar.
Yeah, to make this quicker, just copy and paste.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna do. All right. Rest. Cool.
And then I would even
Yeah,
because we're just gonna modify.
So we already had the start stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so he's gonna sprint again. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
He was sprinting twice last cycle, right?
I think he was only getting one done.
Okay, so
We don't want to go crazy on it.
So he's doing 60 meters on Monday, so we can do more acceleration work today. Or we can, I don't know, there's so many ways we can do this. What are your thoughts? You rode his
Yeah, I was
last
just gonna
cycle.
do something like less, just like that.
Okay, easy.
Again, it's like, yeah, he's probably done 4 sets of 30, 4 sets of 40-meter sprints before, but you just can't have too many in this particular person's case. He just needs more of this, you know?
Yeah, and it's going to help him get leaner too.
Yeah, I'll leave the plyo circuit in. Again, you can't have too much of this in this situation.
And his Achilles
It's
is
only going to
fine.
help. I don't want to give him tier 2 circuit because tier 2 is a little bit,
Yeah,
potentially a little bit too intense for now.
It's intense.
Actually, it's a very hard circuit. Wait till tier 3 comes out, boy. Cooked.
Okay,
Yeah, what are you thinking, Matt?
so we can go a lunge variation or we can go a squat variation here.
I had Bulgarians in mind.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's do that.
Now, we've actually had a good talk with one of our athletes, Hack, about this because he's been doing these. And dumbbells, he kind of graduated. They were getting too heavy for him. Front rack, he was having a hard time. So some kind of back one, right, to really load it up.
Yeah, I always like doing front rack on these because if you fuck up a rep or lose balance, you can just drop the barbell and you're not gonna die.
Okay, that's a good point.
Especially if he's training in a home setup. Especially if he's training in a home setup.
Yeah,
it's just way less risky. And you can get similar loading.
Okay, we'll do that then. Perfect.
Like a barbell one, like yeah, if you're in a gym and you got safety pins and stuff, yeah, but he doesn't.
Yeah. Well, he's got safety pins, but I don't trust him, bro.
Yeah.
They're thin as. No, they're also very low. So is that fine? 3x8?
Yeah. Okay. So we're getting a hinge pattern on Monday, so we need some sort of bent knee hamstring variation, just so we're getting full development of the hamstrings.
Okay. Oh.
So he doesn't. What?
No, I was gonna say, you know, this one, the partner Nordic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
yeah.
Just regular.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got something else in mind.
Yeah, so you could like this. Yeah, we can. Does he have sliders? Like, nah, because he doesn't. He obviously doesn't have a hamstring machine.
He would have a towel. He can use a towel to do that, no? Or like
just give him Nordic. Yeah.
Yeah, well, people are probably so confused, by the way, when you say slider. Like, no one ever knows what that is before we explain it.
Yeah.
It's a very good home hamstring exercise, guys. That's all.
Yeah, it is.
Lower as slow as you can. Cool. Even 3x5 Nordics for like someone that's Brad's weight is insane. And Brad's height as well. Like, it's a lot of force going through the hamstrings. So that's why we're only going to do the eccentric here and only worry about the eccentric. Just thinking like a bent knee calf raise, single leg dumbbell.
No, dude. You can't load like nearly heavy enough with a dumbbell. You need like,
bro, maybe my calves are weak, bro.
You need like you need like 500 kilos, bro.
Wait, for bent knee calf raise single leg?
Yeah, no, I
might just be weak. What's going on? I struggle with like 10
kilo
dumbbells.
I would dude, for him.
Go.
I would honestly, I think a heavy single leg isometric is a good idea. So I would give him 3 sets of 5 to 10 seconds for Achilles for tendon stiffness.
No, I'm just trying to think, what would I put it in as?
Well, like you can go the barbell and then tell him to load it because he hasn't done this before, I guarantee. So he's gonna get some good benefits from this. And
it doesn't need to be single leg though, does it?
Hey?
Does it need to be single leg or can it be double?
Yeah, no, go single, trust.
Okay.
Because he needs to go heavy. Yeah, single leg. And then, 5-10 seconds. Go 10 seconds. Go 10, yeah.
3 sets?
Yeah. And then just go heavy, holding, not top, mid-range. Yeah, mid-range. And that'll do a lot for his Achilles. And I'll get it feeling really good for jumping on Saturday.
The front foot's still elevated though, so like the mid-range.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah. What? Yeah, his foot's elevated. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And I think that's good for that day. Like that's a pretty solid.
Yeah.
That's like a good hour and a half, to be honest.
Yeah.
Especially if you're pushing those Bulgarians.
And then we just really need dunking on Saturday. That's it.
Yeah. Potentially another upper, but oh wait, what am I doing? Sessions. I know there's already a pre-programmed. It's like 10.
Jordan has one as well.
I don't even know which is the proper one. Okay, whatever. That's fine.
Yeah.
Cool. This is just a little warm up we give our athletes instead of basketball warm up. I'm thinking J-Max warm up. That's again, actually, I'll put that one first because this one's more general. Then 10 meters each. Cool. Dunk session, 25 reps. You
Is there
thinking more,
anything
thinking less?
specifically we should probably specify for him to at least do 5 full approach reps without the ball, like high checks, and focusing on bringing in more speed than normal
Okay, yeah, actually, that's a good idea.
because he needs to work on that.
Yeah, his dribble dunk and his max approach without the ball was actually very close, so he does need to work on that.
Hold this guy accountable.
Focus on no ball jumps you normally do when you lower to 9 foot and try hit your head. Because I've seen, well, by the way, guys, he dunks at home most of the time, so he's got like a very adjustable rim. So what he would do is he will like lower it to, 8 foot, 9 foot, work his way up. And then when he's doing his high checks, he often lowers it to like 9 foot, 9'6", and he just tries to hit his head because it drives intent. Because, he's quite close to doing that.
Yeah. No, that's a huge key.
It's good.
Okay, so you said
For
like
us,
a little bit more upper body.
Yeah, but nothing crazy, I don't think. Maybe like a dumbbell bench or something to start off.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing crazy here.
Well, okay, so like he's not doing any lateral raises, so I think he needs to do lateral raises.
Chuck that in instead of bench or on top of?
Yeah. Like he doesn't really care about upper much. Like he cares about jumping more, right? So I would just give him like upper accessories, to be honest, dude, and like some core work because he's not hitting. We don't have core work in here at the moment.
What variation of lateral raise?
We'll just dumbbell, dude. He seated dumbbell.
Seated.
Yeah. Like we could even give him some shrugs here too for the traps for like arm swing. I was playing around with them last cycle and I actually liked them.
Is there even a barbell? You're thinking barbell shrug, right? Oh no, there is barbell shrugs.
Yeah. And like I would even like, to be honest, like I would go barbell shrug first because the reason I tried this last cycle, when you do a lateral raise, it's quite easy for your traps to overtake. But I found when I did the barbell shrug first, my traps were pre-fatigued, so I couldn't compensate with them as much, and I was using more of my lateral delt when doing lateral raises. I don't know if you've ever experimented with that, but I found that. So we'll just see how Brad goes with it. He might overfill his traps, but we'll let him see how he feels, and he can let us know. And I would even superset with the lateral raise like a rear delt fly to ensure we're hitting the rear delts.
Single arm rear delt fly, that JMax one.
Yeah, or double.
I don't think there is a double.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, it's just literally bent over rear delt fly. That's double. Yeah, yep. And then just superset it, get a mad shoulder pump, and 8. Would you go higher than 8 reps? I would go higher than 8 reps. What do you think?
Yeah, no, that's like a 12er.
Yeah, shoulders respond a little bit better to higher reps, and then just maybe like a core superset. Honestly, like does he have an ab wheel?
I think he does.
Yeah, I would
Like
go
the
ab
Kmart
wheel.
one.
I would get ab wheel. Yeah, and then like side plank pulses as well. Supersetted. Just two hard sets is enough, honestly. Superset it.
10 reps. Maybe like 8 for the ab wheel.
Because he can get his workout done in like 45 minutes.
Side plank pulses.
Yeah.
Cool.
Has he done side plank pulses before?
He's done similar stuff to it. I don't know if he's done this exact one, but like, yeah, he's done very similar stuff. He's done a decent amount of core.
That's going to cook him a bit.
Yeah. Loki might get sore. Okay.
All right. No, I think that's solid, dude. Other than like mobility, really. That's solid, to be honest.
Sure, bro.
Like, yeah, there's nothing else. Like, we could add some adduction or AB or abduction work in here as well. But honestly, I think that's solid. What do you think, Tom?
Yeah, you can think about it all day thinking like, oh, have I added enough? But a lot of the time, sometimes less is more. You can keep adding stuff, but will it add more fatigue than it's actually worth? That's the line you've got to, tiptoe. And I think you can always add stuff later on in week 2 and week 3, whatever. But for week 1, you definitely always prefer to undershoot. You'd always prefer to undershoot. Because generally most people are always going to overshoot because they get excited. And that's actually why a lot of people come and ask for coaching from us, is literally to like rein them back in. Because when they go to the gym, they decide to go and do everything. They overtrain, they get hurt, whatever. So a lot of time it's just literally just telling them to do less.
Yeah. But yeah, we hope you guys got a lot of value from this. We're happy to keep doing these. We have a lot of different types of athletes that need different things. So if you guys want to keep seeing videos like this, like, subscribe, leave a comment, let us know what you think. It reassures we're doing and posting the right stuff and posting stuff you guys want to see. But if you guys want help like this from us and you want us to write your training, there's a link down below where you can sign up.
Mhm.
But without further ado, we'll catch you guys in the next episode.
Peace out, guys.